India has the second highest number of diabetic people, and many of them are not aware of it, and neither we are paying our attention towards this serious threat. Hello everyone, myself Raj, and welcome to my channel. I am here to talk, and today I'm going to start Health Talks episode number 9 with Mr. Shashikant Yenga, who is a low carb nutrition enthusiast, and successfully he has reversed diabetes with the right nutrition. It would be our fifth time that we are going to have a conversation. Previously, we have talked about other health hazards as well. You can check them on my channel. And today, we are going to talk on remission of diabetes with nutrition. Yes. So, without wasting much time, let's call him online and let's start today's Health Talks episode number 9. And I believe this entire conversation will be really helpful for all the viewers. So, watch till the end and let's start. Hello, Shashida. How are you?
Fine, Raj. Nice to see you again. Nice to talk to you again.
Oh, I'm really excited because as you have successfully, reversed diabetes with the implementation of nutrition, and you have immense amount of knowledge on this, as you're a low carb enthusiast as well. So I believe that this entire conversation would be really helpful for all the viewers. So that's why, without wasting much time, let's start today's Health Talks episode number 9. Please tell us something about the basic definition of diabetes.
Yeah, Raj. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me again in your sessions. So, diabetes is defined as it's a chronic metabolic disorder which is characterized by insulin deficiency or insulin resistance. So, this is a very basic uh, definition which is there in all the textbook. Chronic metabolic disorder. And also, the classical symptom will be polyphagia, polydipsia, polyuria. That is excess thirst, excess hunger, and excess urination. So these are the few things which are there. And this remains, of course, classical. And I think that everyone is forgetting the basic part, that what type 2 diabetes is. Now, it is also automatically assumed that type 2 diabetes means there's an insulin deficiency by the mainstream. However, it is proved beyond doubt that type 2 diabetes actually means, in most of the cases, it's a insulin resistance syndrome. That is, in most of the cases, patients are actually secreting excess of insulin. And this insulin action is not able to, take place properly in our system due to severe resistance, and hence um, the insulin is not able to push enough glucose which we eat from the food into the cells, and system actually releases more and more insulin, so that more and more insulin comes and forces the blood sugar to come down. So this is how it happens. So as it is, most of these type 2 diabetics are actually having excess insulin, and on top of that, we are actually given some drugs which will secrete insulin, and maybe insulin also directly. But there are other drugs available, like metformin and all, which actually takes care of the addresses the insulin resistance part. So this is how it is. So what we actually face is insulin resistance and excess insulin, and unfortunately, this is never measured by doctors, and because they do not know what to do, even if they measure with it. They don't know any way where they can reduce this insulin resistance except with drugs, and they don't know what to do with this excess insulin also. Now, at this point, let me also tell you that the insulin value which appears in laboratory lab reports are atrociously very high. They will give something like fasting insulin between 1 to something like 25 or so, which we believe is atrociously high, and it should be just around 6. And postprandial they can give maybe up to 75 or something, which again is very high. We all believe that postprandial insulin has to be around 30 or something, is as per the studies. And so this is how, unfortunately, it is the mainstream approach of treating diabetes is, just suppress the symptom. What is the symptom of diabetes is high blood sugar is same,
Right.
and just suppress that. lower that blood sugar without understanding the root cause why the blood sugar increases.
Hmm.
How to address this, because that's how it is.
My next question that comes at how to cure without medicine means, like, as you have experienced and you have successfully reversed it with the right nutrition. So tell us something about your own experience that if somebody wants to reverse it, what are the processes
Yeah,
and
now,
protocols?
yeah, Raj, good question. And I will not say that it's a cure, rather than, I'll say that it's a good way to control diabetes with nutrition approach, or rather put diabetes under remission, that, that you can actually get a normal blood sugar just by using food,
Hmm.
and no need to take medicine also. And
Yeah.
now, why this symptom of high blood sugar appears is, first of all, as we told, that there's a severe insulin resistance in
Hmm. Hmm.
type 2 diabetics.
Right.
And why this happens is, again, if you see the other way, the food we eat, most of it will get converted to ultimately, to glucose. Now it happens that, there are three macronutrients in the food we have. One is
Hmm.
carbohydrate.
Hmm.
Now carbohydrate will actually, actually break down into the smallest molecule, that is glucose,
Hmm.
because a chain of glucose actually forms carbohydrate.
Hmm.
So they will break down into glucose, and they are going to raise your blood sugar level. Insulin will come, act, and try and push it back,
Hmm.
push it into the cells, and then, the excess blood sugar which is there, they will direct it to liver, and through a process called de novo lipogenesis, they will convert it to fat, and this fat will be actually stored in our body. Now, the other macronutrient is protein. Now, protein will break into amino acids,
Hmm.
and that will go into our building blocks, into formation of various enzymes, hormones, and all. And it has various function. And the other macronutrients is fat. Now, fat gets broken down into fatty acid. Now, fatty acids are also used as energy, and it is also used in the production of hormone, and it is there. It has various vital functions in the body. So these are the three macronutrients are, and rest of them are micronutrients, vitamins, and then you have minerals and trace elements.
Hmm.
Now it so happens that what we do not know is, many people feel that, our body runs on glucose and sugar, hence we need to eat a lot of it. But we don't realize that we are all a hybrid machine.
Hmm.
We are a hybrid system. We can use either glucose for fuel or fatty acids for fuel. So what we do is, in this nutritional approach, we lower down the carbohydrate. Now we can go as low as 20 to 30 gram per day and keep it at a ketogenic level, or we can go up to even 100, level, keeping it what is called as a range of low carb level.
Hmm.
So once we do this, we are giving less glucose to the system, enough glucose for it to handle,
Hmm.
and then your body will start utilizing the fats which you're going to have through the food. So this is the very basic thing. We are just switching the mechanism from glucose to utilizing fat,
Right.
and whatever protein we have are going to go in as a building block
Hmm.
for our body. So by doing the simple dietary shift, we can actually get blood sugar under control. So this is the best part. And if you really see any textbook, any classical textbook will always show that we have essential fatty acids, essential amino acids, essential vitamins, minerals, trace elements. However,
Hmm.
there is no essential carbohydrate. So this is a challenge which anyone can see. The more qualified someone is, the more the person should know that there is no essential
Right.
carbohydrate which is
Carbohydrate.
there.
Yeah.
And whatever glucose we want, our liver is capable of producing through a process called
Gluconeogenesis.
gluconeogenesis. So it can use either fats or proteins to get it converted. So our liver is there, see, there are certain cells in our system which will have to use glucose. So there are some cells in the brain, some in the kidney, RBCs,
Hmm.
and even our liver will have to use glucose. They cannot use fatty acids. Liver cannot use fatty acids. So liver is a storehouse of fatty acid, of course. It's a
Hmm.
storehouse of fat. So the rest of the system, a large part of the brain can actually use fatty acids in form of ketone. And, fatty acid gets converted to ketone, and ketones are super fuel for heart, uh, brain, and even for kidneys. So this is how it goes, Raj. So we are just shifting the fuel mechanism. So instead of relying on carbohydrate, we are shifting to fats as fuel mechanism. So in
Right.
this way, your blood sugar is not going to rise appreciably,
Mhm.
and we can gain control. So in effect, after telling this, let me tell you that diabetes is nothing but a state of carbohydrate intolerance. It's a state by which we are not able to tolerate much of carbohydrate intake. It has to be very few. So let me redefine the entire thing as
Mhm. Mhm.
type 2 diabetes is nothing but
Mhm.
carbohydrate intolerance.
It's better one. Easy and better one for
And
the people to understand.
yeah, and the other way is, there are also, the other type of diabetes like type 1 where body
Mhm.
cannot make enough
Mhm.
insulin,
Mhm.
and there where the exogenous insulin is
Mhm.
required, we need to take insulin. So there all this nutrition approach may not work, in a strong way. But however, even in type 1 diabetes, there are many people who use, high protein diet, low carbohydrate, high protein diet, and they have excellent control at a lower overall insulin requirement. So
Mhm.
people follow what is called as Dr. Bernstein approach, and then there are many people in India who use this. There are many people abroad who use a high protein approach to control type 1 diabetes. So whether it's type 1, type 2, or various other forms like LAD, LADA, or the other latent autoimmune disorder.
Mhm.
There are some who will get diabetes at a very early, younger stage, maybe 20,
Right.
25, 30,
Mhm.
maybe 2025, and if we do this autoimmune disorder test, GAD test, then we will understand that this person is having autoimmune disorder whereby body's own immune system goes and attacks the
Right.
pancreas, and
Right.
they will kill the beta cells which are producing insulin. So there are various forms. So by far, I think our conversation is, by far on type 2 diabetes. And it is very, very easy to, Raj, very, very easy to control using a nutrition approach if anyone wants to really try it.
The low carb nutrition approach. Right. If someone is on medication, what are the protocols one should follow during reversing?
Yeah, see, first of all, if there's someone is on medication, then he or she needs to be in touch with a doctor. Maybe find a doctor who are going to
Right.
support this
Mm.
this program, and they will have to monitor their blood sugar continuously, maybe 3 times a day, before after meals, and all protocol is there, and then slowly taper off the dose. Now, in the drugs, there are various drugs which are available. One is the biggest drug which is used is metformin,
Mm.
which improves insulin sensitivity and also reduces the hepatic glucose output, increases glucose at the muscle level or muscle uptake.
Mm.
So it has various actions. Their action may not be very specific or clear. However, this drug will never produce hypoglycemia. So they are very safe. If someone is on plain metformin, they can just go and shift to low carb diet. Absolutely no issue. There is no risk of any hypoglycemia. If the patient is on other class of drug called DPP4 class
Mhm.
of drugs, so there they need to be little cautious in the sense ideally there even in this when the patient eats a meal, then the drug will act and it will go and release insulin from the pancreas.
Mm.
However, not much risk, and it is quite safe, and people can go. There's other class of drug called SGLT2 inhibitors, which are a big craze. The gliflozins, which are available.
Mhm.
Now it is there are multiple reports and studies which shows that low carb ketogenic diet and the gliflozins or SGLT2 drugs do not go well together, in the sense that SGLT2 is known to cause diabetic ketoacidosis even in a normally well controlled diabetic.
Mhm.
So if you go into a ketogenic diet, plus that drug itself causes ketonemia or raises ketone, then the
Mhm.
chance of slipping into ketoacidosis is very high. So anyone who wants to go for this program, they essentially needs to get off SGLT2 inhibitor before the time they start this low carb diet.
Right. Right.
The
Right.
other class of drug which is widely used, the older, is sulfonylurea, various drugs like glipizide, glyclazide, and glimepiride, or the older versions, glibenclamide. So these are all insulin releasing drugs. And here, if a patient goes on low carb diet, the issue is um, their glucose output from the food will be less, but the drug will go and release insulin. And in such case, patient will go into hypoglycemia.
Mm.
So it is advised that these drugs have to be tapered off. The moment patient starts switching over to low carb keto,
So that
then
means
they will have to
special
reduce
monitoring
the
and
dose.
supervision and
Yeah,
discussion with the physician is very much important.
yeah,
If
which
somebody
is really
really
required.
wants to
Yeah,
implement this low carb nutrition,
yeah.
and as well if that person is actually on medication.
And
Right.
here the doctor will decide,
That
what is
whether
the drug
to,
and how much
yeah, yeah.
should be reduced, whether it should be reduced by 50% or 25% or what,
Mm-hmm.
and how frequently it has to be reduced. And then you have the other class of drugs like like maybe insulin, where again people have to be very 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 careful, and again
Right.
they will have to take a guidance of a doctor only. So they will
Mm-hmm.
also guide them as to reduce the dose. And typically, most people actually reduce the dose by 50% when they shift to this. But then this totally depends upon the initial blood sugar level and
Mm-hmm.
how much food they are eating and all. But then the whole in this whole scheme of thing, let me tell you something that it also everything also depends upon our own insulin secreting capacity. If
That's
someone
true.
is on diabetic for 20-25 years, there's a possibility that insulin secretion capacity would have reduced. Then in such case, people may not optimally respond to low carb drug. But even in these cases, their number of medication will significantly come down drastically. They may be just left with around 15-20% of whatever drug they are taking.
Mm.
So this is the advantage. Even if the insulin secreting capacity is reduced,
Mm.
they can still follow low carb diet and take bare minimal drugs, maybe metformin or maybe a small dose of sulfonylurea if the secreting capacity is reduced. However, we have found in many cases people who have been diabetic for 2 decades or even 2.5 decades,
Mm.
they have come off all the pills except metformin. Metformin is something that they're continuing. So we have a lot of such cases in my own circle. My own aunt used to take 7 or 8 pills. Now she's taking
Mm-hmm.
only a couple of metformin a day. My cousin came off 80 units of insulin. I helped him, of course, and then we worked together with a doctor who would support our dietary pattern. And then he
Great.
also came off insulin within 3 months,
Great.
supported only by metformin.
Great.
So Raj, there are a lot of these are the few things which people should know, that they have to be very careful and not tinker on their own,
Right.
either with the diet or through medicine.
Right.
I will have to be cautioning them that whatever little information I give may not be sufficient for them to gain knowledge and tinker on their
True.
own. They will
True.
have
True.
to take help of someone expert, someone who knows all
Mm-hmm.
about drugs, and someone who also knows all about this dietary pattern. It is not very easy to shift to low carb diet. I find that people just eating vegetable throughout the day, claiming that it is low carb.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what adequate protein to be taken and all. So
Right.
they have to consult a good dietitian also. Low carb
True. True.
nutritionist,
True.
I'll say.
True. True. True.
Yeah.
True. So after this, the thing that comes in my mind, your experience of reversing diabetes means, like, as you have successfully reversed it. So tell
Yeah.
us something about
So Raj, it so
your
happens that,
experience.
2015, somewhere in September end, I
Mm.
got diagnosed as a diabetic. In fact, it
Okay.
was just by chance, maybe in the last week, um, I was there at a doctor's place, and there was someone who was from the pharma company who was doing a blood sugar testing detection camp. I
Okay.
just got mine tested. Then surprisingly, it was approximately 2 hours after a very very heavy breakfast with all sort of carbohydrate stuff, all sweets and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then the level came to some 175 or something. Then I became very alert, and I knew that this level is very abnormal level.
Mm.
Ideally should have been less than 120.
Mm.
So then after a few days, I got it tested properly in a lab with full meal and all. So the level which I got was 7.2 HbA1c. Fasting is around 152 and postprandial around 250 or something.
Okay. Okay.
So this was the start of the journey, and very sincerely I went to my doctor. So he had
Mm.
put me on metformin, 1 tablet and then 2 tablet,
Mm.
and then I started researching a lot, to find out what exactly is about diabetes. See, Raj, I come from a family of diabetes, so I'm so used to this disease. It's there in the family. So
Mm-hmm.
I had a certain idea about it, what diabetes is. But however, now that I myself got it, the curiosity got the better of me, and then I started searching the net for various cures. Actually, just like the word you used, cure.
Mm-hmm.
I came across, I read a lot of things, and I found that there is no cure. However, there was one site called DLF in where DLF.in, where they were advocating low carb diet, and I joined that site, and then from there I just learned what exactly was it. low carb. And then I got good guidance and I started learning a lot. I started seeing a lot of videos. I started reading a lot of books. I also started seeing, reading a lot of scientific material. And then, I found out that this is a solid science-based approach, nutrition approach. So it is not something, as people will think, it is fad, diet, or quackery. Absolutely not. I think people who call this as a fad or quackery are absolutely ignorant, totally ignorant. But what I found out was, this dietary approach was used 200 years back. 200 years back, somewhere in 1795 or something. The earliest documented case by John Rollo, who was a surgeon in US, and then not in the Royal in UK, and he has treated that his patients with what is called as an all meat diet, and then he managed to control the diabetes. Now, what is all meat diet is nothing but taking more of protein and fat,
Right.
and taking away all the carbohydrate. And then later on, during the course of history, and then I found out that there were multiple examples of a lot of doctors in US, UK, uh, in various other parts of the world. They have been recommending low carb diet. Mainly fat, protein for this, and reducing carbohydrate, dumping this flour, starchy food, farinaceous food. Farinaceous is nothing but starchy food. Just dumping all this, reducing to bare minimal or stopping totally, and depending upon more protein, fat, and fibrous vegetable. So this is how my journey started, and I found numerous references. In fact, I had made an entire video on this, lasting 1 hour, where I was talked about various documented evidences of using low carb approach to control diabetes. Now, then I was, convinced even more, that this is the right way. And I knew that ultimately what will happen is, today I'll start with one drug. Let us say doctor will put me on metformin. So I'll continue that, and the usual standard of advice which are given: stop rice and start roti, stop potato, stop sugar. Other than this, no one knows anything about anything about how to control diabetes. Even if I follow this standard advice, after some time it's going to get worsened, and then one more drug will come in, like DPP4 or maybe SGLT2 inhibitor, maybe another decade or so, and then I'll come into sulfonylurea, or maybe if some or more wonder drug comes, I'll be put on that, some drug which will cost 50 rupees, 100 rupees per day,
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah,
final
means
recourse is of course
yeah,
insulin.
yeah. Still means like I get to see means doctors. The way they treat. Means like I've seen some videos out there. It's like they ask the patient to measure the food quantity. Okay, and it's not about like limiting the carbohydrates, rather they suggest to go for like measuring the quantity of white rice consumption, like 100 gram or 60 gram of rice or something around like that, and keep like this, or you have to eat time to time. It's like with every 2 to 3 hours of interval you have to eat something like that. These are the general or standard recommendation that we get to hear when some or when a person is basically diabetic, or that person is actually trying to have general recommendation from doctors. And I think that there is a problem in this. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. So Raj, what happens is, everyone knows, eating too much of whatever food we have is going to raise blood sugar
Hmm.
astronomically. So what they do is they will split the meal. They will split it into 5 or 6 meals a day, and then what will happen is they will recommend three media, not I will say large, comparatively, medium meal, and then two
Hmm.
or three snacks available.
Right.
So people will be grazing throughout the day like a ruminant. They'll be eating throughout the day, and then
Hmm.
this raised blood sugar, raised insulin will create what is called as blood sugar spikes, blood sugar dips, and it will keep them perpetually hunger. That's why you keep hearing that diabetic patients, they are always
Yeah.
hungry, and
Right.
no doubt, this yo-yo effect. This yo-yo effect is going to cause this hunger. So the best part about following this low carb diet is, we have adequate fat, protein, adequate fiber, so that we can reduce this number of meals. So for example, I take only 2 meals a day, no snacking, nothing. So
Right.
perfectly fine. I just have breakfast, I just have dinner, and
Hmm.
enough of whatever I want to take. And I'm not hungry throughout the day. I can go fasting, and I'm not on any pill. I'm not on metformin also. Metformin I used to take for 2 3 years, and then I
Great.
stopped. So this
Great.
is my I crossed already fifth year. It's my sixth year actually now. and absolutely high energy, and I don't have to worry about hypoglycemia. I don't have to carry some sugar pills or candies with me, in case I get a
If
hypoglycemia.
yeah, yeah, if
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
if
So that,
suddenly your sugar
yeah.
crashes, then you have to consume lot amount of
So that
sugar.
that's a very common practice, especially in
Yeah.
the initial stage. Because I've seen, when my father was diagnosed as a diabetic when I was very small, so I used to see him carrying, sugar pouches with him, because doctor would advise carry some candy or sugar pouch, because in case blood sugar comes down. So those things, those time, we never had blood sugar meter at home, and everything was just random. Go to lab, check after 3 months, 6 months,
Right.
1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years, God knows how many years.
Mm-hmm.
So at least now we have all the facilities to see that now we have. So this is the best part, Shomik, that we can have very good control and absolutely no fear.
Right.
We can go hungry, and we can fast also for 2 3 days absolutely, because all our hormones, everything are all regulated very well.
Mm-hmm.
All leptin, ghrelin, insulin, glucagon, everything is highly normalized when you approach, when you follow what is called as proper human
Proper
movement
human
diet.
nutrition. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after this, I would like to ask you the basic recommendation of nutrition for diabetics. Means like people always, want a basic recommendation like a diet chart or something like that. What would be your opinion for that? Means like, what would
See,
you
what
recommend?
happens is, let me tell you that, for this approach, I know that online I see that people give a diet chart for 300, 500 rupees also. It is just not
Right.
going to work.
Right.
Yeah. So what you require is you need to consult a nutritionist properly, a low carb nutrition, who will understand what a low carb is rather than a mainstream nutritionist who have no understanding or zero understanding.
Hmm.
And what you have to do is, they have to recommend adequate protein, adequate fat,
Hmm.
adequate enough calories in a day. We should not go into hypocaloric. The standard dietitian will give some 800 or 1,200 or 1,300 calories
Hmm.
chart,
Hmm.
which is just not going to work. We are not a calorimeter. So
Hmm.
we need to calculate a proper protein intake, and along with protein comes the fat, and then
Hmm.
fibrous vegetable, nuts.
Hmm.
We can have cheese. So this has to be calculated properly. The protein percentage, the amount per day has to be calculated, keeping carbohydrate low. So see which food fits in. Then again, in our country, we have different dietary practices from north to south. So each one of us have different preferences. Like in your place, Raj, more of, let us say fish, and let us say rice.
Hmm. Fish,
Coming up to
rice,
north,
and
more of
vegetables.
it. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Coming down to south again, it is rice. Going up north is again wheat.
Hmm.
So somewhere or the other, it is all loaded with carbohydrate. But the
Right.
dietary preference is different. You may prefer more fish. Someone will prefer more, some meat.
Hmm.
And there are a lot of vegetarians in the country who's not going to touch any meat, fish, eggs.
Right.
So we need to find out, what actually works for them. For them, they will have to sustain themselves on paneer, curds, cheese, for
Right.
protein sources. A lot of non-starchy vegetables are there, nuts.
Hmm.
So all this has to be individually worked upon. So a good low carb nutritionist will, uh, give an
Be
individual,
helpful. Yeah.
yeah. And then the way we cook, and even the spices, the masalas which you have also differs. So there can be no one single shot that everyone can be given a dietary plan and go ahead and do. So it has to be differ. It
It's
has to
very
be
much
different for
important.
different people.
Yeah, it's very much
Yeah.
important to have proper right
And the other big part,
consultation.
Shomik, is the motivation part.
Hmm.
Not many people will be motivated to follow this properly,
Hmm.
and you will have a lot of well-meaning relatives surrounding you who will think that you are going to die the moment you are not having fish, or not having any rice or wheat.
Rice and
Yeah, if you don't have rice and wheat, that means you're dead and gone.
yeah.
You're going to
In the
die.
Bengali in
And
the
if you don't
Bengali culture,
have,
it's very much traditional and it's very much stereotype thinking. Like one should
it is
actually
there
eat
everywhere.
rice and yeah.
Raj, it is there everywhere. If you go to south, if you don't eat rice, you'll die. If you go to north, if you don't eat roti paratha, you'll die. So this common practice will be there. We actually don't realize that we are dying because of we are taking this grain. You know, uh,
Really,
See,
really, I
people
agree.
call this as a normal diet. It is not a normal diet. What humans are eating are abnormal diet.
Yeah, bro.
And this abnormal diet is causing diabetes. It is causing fatty liver. It is causing cardiovascular problem. It is also causing cancer. The
Right.
kind of the trash which you're eating, the excess grain, excess refined oil, excess junk food, pizza, pasta, cola, burger, all this idiotic food
It's
we have, they're all causing
excessive
all the
energy
issues.
consumption, and there is no utilization
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the more we are actually passing the time, the more we are getting lethargic and sedentary lifestyle, and with that simultaneously we are having a lot amount of carbohydrates, means in excessive glucose, excessive energy, and there is no utilization of that, and people are still actually
So that is
having
one thing.
kind of,
See, this is one thing, that excessive carbohydrate is one thing. The refined seed oils
yeah,
on their own will cause insulin resistance, one. And then the other part is protein dilution. In all these factors, we are forgetting that we forget to take protein. So that protein dilution is also, causing a lot of havoc.
because people
And
still
then India is one of the
have
low.
that misconception regarding the protein consumption that it will gonna affect kidney, it will gonna
Yeah,
affect
yeah.
the,
Protein will damage kidney,
yeah,
fat will damage heart, and
yeah,
take carbohydrate. So
yeah.
carbohydrate causing diabetes is no issue. Yeah, okay. People will go, and people will go and take medication. Fine, fine.
Right, right.
So
But
we somewhere we need to realize that what we are eating is causing a lot of disease. And people ask me, if I take low carb keto, what are the side effects? People don't understand the main effect of taking grain is diabetes. Okay, the main
they
effect
ask
of
the
taking
side effect,
grain
they don't
diabetes.
ask the right good
They don't
effect.
ask the side effect of taking excess carbohydrate
Yeah.
and this junk food, this colas and
Mhm,
pizzas and
mhm.
burgers, and then they don't mind popping that pill also. Because I know incidences where people go to doctor and say that this is my dietary pattern, this. I'm going to take this. Please prescribe medication accordingly. So doctor is also in a fix. See,
Yeah,
doctors
means
are
like,
well-meaning and well-intended.
right, right,
Well,
right.
they are all well-intended. They are doing what they are trained.
Yeah,
But even that scant knowledge which they are giving on nutrition is not followed. People want to
true.
do what they want. They will say, no, I'm going to drink one bottle of Coke a day and I'm going to eat a few sweets, which I have to have sweets after lunch
Yeah.
and dinner. So
Uh,
doctor, please prescribe medication accordingly. So
right.
what the doctor has
It's
to
like
do? Work.
that's a part
Yeah,
of dessert. Means like having a sweet and
yeah, yeah.
along with a medicine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They are very open. Some are very open. They will say,
Mhm.
I'm going to take this, I'm going to take one ice cream, I'm
Yeah.
going to take some few pedas.
Mhm.
Please prescribe medicine accordingly. Well, very good.
So that means medicine is a part. Means it's a very important part of our
Yeah, yeah.
lifestyle right now.
Yeah.
So tell us something, Shashida. Daily, what are the basic nutritional requirement one should fulfill? The basic nutritional requirement.
See, I think the very basic is something which we may not know is the all the essential amino acid, essential fats,
Right.
and the essential micronutrients have to go. And once we start eating or sourcing protein food, automatically everything comes in. When I say protein food, it will
Mhm,
all those natural protein which is found in nature. Okay, and
mhm,
when I say protein food, and I don't mean this dal or rajma or something. I just mean the real protein food like meat, fish, eggs, and then dairy-based protein. They all come
right.
attached to fat. They all come attached to various fat-soluble
Mhm,
vitamins.
mhm, mhm,
And the other vitamins and minerals we can always source from non-starchy vegetable.
mhm,
Please have wide variety of non-starchy vegetable.
mhm,
Take a lot of herbs. In India is rich with spices. Go ahead and have every spices you want.
mhm,
Absolutely no issue. Take
mhm,
turmeric, take pepper, everything.
mhm,
So we are so blessed with a lot of greens and all. So and we are used to having a lot of vegetables. They are going to provide all the some vitamins and the minerals and all, potassium, and also they're going to provide. And in this lifestyle again, we need a little more salt because our body tends to hold less water and salt.
mhm,
So, adding up more salt is required. So I'll say they just go and source protein food, go and have vegetables. So fat, fiber, protein is the
mhm,
simple formula. If you have this,
mhm,
absolutely, I think people will do well. They
mhm.
can either get rid of all the medicine or they can reduce it to maybe 10, 15, 25% of whatever they're taking.
So,
A lot of such, we
Shashida,
see a lot of success
as you
stories.
said that you won't be, recommend if somebody wants to have protein, or if when you talk about protein, you won't mention dal, lentils. So why? Means like but
See,
maximum
like
vegetarians they
dal,
have the
yeah,
conception that dal
yeah, yeah.
also
See,
contains
people
protein,
feel,
then why
yeah.
not that? Yeah.
See, we think that it has protein,
Hmm.
but it is class 2 protein. Class 1 is something which are all animal protein, including milk products. Milk is also an animal protein, animal
Hmm.
sourced.
Hmm.
So dal comes, please remember that plant protein comes attached to carbohydrate and animal protein comes attached to fat.
Right.
So if you have excess of dal and all, it's going to raise your blood sugar again. And it contains, a poorly absorbed protein.
Hmm.
While we think that it is high protein, it is actually not high protein. Again, almost half of it is
Hmm.
carbohydrate. So So depending upon the insulin resistance condition, I don't mind if someone has, slightly less, slightly small quantity of all these lentils and all. But if someone is highly insulin resistant, cannot tolerate, then they're better off. Like me, I'm better off without all this. So I cannot tolerate. But some people are able to tolerate a small quantity, maybe even sprouted, sprouts they can tolerate. This I'll just say they are just fillers. I don't consider them as some great nutrition. They are just fillers, just to fill your stomach. Maybe some fibers you can have all this. But basic, these are the food. And then we need to be a little more innovative. We need to plan a little ahead of how to do. And today, all various kind of dishes are available online. Also, go to YouTube. There are a lot of channels
Lot of
which
recipes,
actually
lot of
offers a lot
dishes.
of
Yes.
low carb keto
Low carb,
recipes using
right.
paneer, paneer or curds, cheese, and all sinful foods you can have. Something which we thought that these fatty foods we cannot have. You can have go ahead and have all those and enjoy life.
Right. So tell me something. Why few people feel low on energy and lightheadedness during a low carbohydrate diet approach? Why does it happen initially?
See what happens. This is all initial teething phase. If you start walking, if you start walking 4-5 kilometers, your legs are going to pain. Maybe you cannot walk beyond 5-10 minutes. Same is the case if you start going to gym, your body is going to pain. It doesn't mean it is bad. It just means that your body is adapting. So similarly, when you go on a low carb keto diet, so body is actually adapting, and in such a situation, the fuel mechanism will shift slowly from using glucose to fat. So when this mechanism shifts, there'll be a slight lag time, and many of us do not give enough importance to electrolytes. So we need to take a little more electrolyte, little more salt, little more lemon juice, and if some
Salt,
good electrolyte
which
option
salt?
available.
The pink
You
salt
can
or
use
the
any salt,
normal
any
salt?
Himalayan pink salt, sea salt, or even iodized salt. I don't mind. See, the other thing is, sometimes I feel that whether this Himalayan pink salt and all is right for us, because
Okay.
we most of us are vegetarians. What is the source of iodine? The iodine source is very poor. So I may as well, I don't mind if someone uses the common iodized salt. But then you can use a mix of anything. If you want, you can use red salt, the Himalayan pink salt. You can use senda namak. You can use this salt. Have a couple of lemons a day at least initially. Lemon juice without any sugar. So it provides a very good optimal electrolyte.
Good.
So if we take care of this true few and hydrate ourselves very well, because in the initial days we are going to lose water weight. Body is going to throw off a lot of water, because insulin has a property of retaining water. The moment you go to low carb,
Right.
your insulin will come down and you will start excreting water. So you're going to urinate a lot, and in that process, during this transition, you might feel very weak. It's all okay. It's all transition.
Right.
And once this goes off, you're going to feel highly energetic, and I can assure you that people will, reverse their age. Actually, they will actually feel that they are 10 or 20 years younger.
That's true.
People like me, I start feeling that I have the energy of a teenager. So all these things will actually
You are
change.
the example. You are the real example.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So another thing that comes into my mind when we talk about salt, that people those who are actually having the hypertension problem, for them they think like salt is like not suitable. They have to measure the salt.
See,
What would you say to
see,
that?
Raj, in this case, I'll be very cautious. Okay. Because those who are hypertensive, there's already, insulin resistance, which causes salt and water retention. So I'll ask them to be little careful about, having a lot of salt. So they need not have a lot of salt. They can have a lot of lemon juices or maybe an apple cider vinegar, which offers a lot of electrolytes. And then, as time goes on, they will see that, their PP in medication also can be reduced. Because low carb diet also resolves blood pressure in most of the cases.
True.
So once they taper off the doses and they become normal, then they can increase their salt intake. So till then, there are certain medical conditions where we need to be a little careful. So I advise caution in those cases. So that is how they have to be cautious.
Got it. So that
Yeah,
means
Raj,
right
one more point which I
sure.
before I forget,
Yeah.
when I was saying the history of diabetes, it's been there for last 200 years. Something which most of us do not know is now American Diabetes Association in the year 2019 in their nutrition therapy, medical nutrition therapy, they have actually included LCD, low carb diet, and VLCD, very low carb diet, as a part of a nutrition therapy for diabetics. So it's an option which they are given, and it is there. It is there even in 2020, So it is there very well. That it is just that we are not aware that they are given this option, and then we keep taking pills. Now, Diabetes Canada 2020, they have also included low carb diet as an option. Low CHO and very low CHO. CHO means carbohydrate. So they have also included. Diabetes Australia also has, low carbohydrate diet as an option for diabetics. So all the leading associations, diabetes professional associations of the world, it is there in their guidelines. It is just that we are not aware, and
We're not aware of this.
we are not
Yeah.
following. Yeah.
Right.
So that option is there. It is perfectly legal for anyone to offer this option to diabetic patient, because our own big association they actually recommend.
True.
Yeah, Raj.
That means the right consultation, right motivation, and the willpower. Yes, I can. These are the things that one should actually implement and one should actually follow. Right.
That's true.
And with the help of right doctor and right nutrition, who can actually provide right information.
So I'll say, Raj, we should start treating food as something which you take for nutrition and not for entertainment. The issue is, in today's world, food has become entertainment. People want tasty food. They will say that, okay, if I ask someone to taste avocado, they will say, no, avocado, I don't like it. It's not tasty. So food has become,
Source
not
of
something which is
entertainment.
taken for nutrition, but a source of entertainment.
Yeah.
So that's how it is. That's how the world it is. They say, how long I'll take paneer. So I will need this. I won't want that. I will go and I want some burger. I want some pizza. So that's how these things will go, because
But as you
they
said,
want to be
as you said,
entertained 6
yeah.
times a day.
Yeah. But as you said, there are a lot of recipes, there are a lot of delicious dishes out there. If somebody really wants to, do some experiment with the taste and with the varieties of dishes, they can actually, by following some
Yeah.
new recipes and dishes, by just incorporating fat and protein, there are a lot of dishes. So one can actually do that also if somebody really wants to, change some mood or have some really entertainment by avoiding carbohydrate. Is it?
That's true.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shashida, for giving so much of this time and having this conversation, beautiful conversation. And this is our fifth time, and I really liked it, and I hope the viewers will definitely gonna like this video, because kind of really informative, and people should actually gather more information just like this, and we should actually do more podcasts like this to, make more powerful our community, to make our community more stronger, this low carb community, because people should actually get right information, real information, so that they can actually avoid pathological situation and they can lead a healthier life.
So Raj, thank you very much for inviting me again. I think this is the fifth time you called me, and
Yeah.
we just had a nice short chit chat about what exactly is diabetes, and how do we actually control everything. And I think it's a good option for diabetics. If anyone wants, they can adopt low carb. Otherwise, they have a lot of modern medications are available, and lot more medications are also coming, because a lot of other medications are in research. So they have the option of
It's a choice.
spending some 200, 300, 500 rupees a day on medication, or put the same amount in some good food, some fat protein food, and nourish themselves very well without facing any adverse effect.
Lifestyle with drug
looking
or
forward,
lifestyle with right nutrition. It's a choice. Two options.
because as in my example, this is now my 6th year. Now, had I not changed my approach, now I would have been on 2 pills. Metformin would not have been enough after 5 years. I would have been on a GLT2 inhibitor, or a DPP4 class of drug, and then watch out for various adverse effect. Go in frequent urination, which is necessary if you take a GLT2 inhibitor. So there are other lot of things available. So I'm very free. I'm like a free bird, without any medication. Go and take whatever food I want. So I'm just enjoying life.
And neither
Thanks,
you
Raj.
have
Thank
to
you.
take 6 meals in a day. You're just on 2 meals in a complete.
Nothing. No 6 meals, no 6 pills. Thank you.
Thank you, Shashida.
Thank you so much for watching this entire video. I believe that this video is really helpful for you, and if you really agree with me, then do not forget to share this video and subscribe this channel if you haven't, and like this video and do post your comment. And I will again come back with another video. Till then, take care of yourself, love yourself, stay fit, stay up, and be fit with Raj. Bye.